This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP, you guys. Happy Easter, even though this is recorded on a Saturday. Dan, because of Easter, Danielle and I thought we would do a episode on religion and cerebral palsy and how we deal with that. Yes, I said religion. Yes, I know it's a no-no, but at the same time, I want you guys to know that Danielle and I have a different face going on. And I was raised Catholic. I stepped away from the Catholic Church back in 2010. And now I am a different religion. I just can't say what it is yet. But yes, I am religious. Yes, I do the celebration of the holidays. I just really can't say what my religion is yet because it is classified under something. But me being me, I really don't want to talk about it until I'm ready. So, but I do have a religious background, and my faith still holds me strong, and I do the Bible studies of my religion. And when I'm ready to tell you guys are gonna be blown away because yeah, you guys are just gonna be blown away of what religion I actually am. And so because of what's going on with the pandemic as we sit here on Saturday, April 11th, a lot of religion, tomorrow being Easter, is going, well, by the time that you guys hear this, it will be Easter, are going to have religious services online, and a lot of them are non-denominational. I will be attending a non-denominational one just until I'm ready to tell you guys what religion I actually am. And so I think that it's going to be weird. It's not from a religious standpoint, from a pandemic standpoint. and I and I apologize for the coughing attack, but it's going to be weird, not from a religious weirdo standpoint. It's just gonna be weird. Um, Typically, how I used to do it is when I was Catholic, and I'll get to why I stepped away from the Catholic Church in a minute. Um, Typically, how I used to do it is go to church, then go out to lunch, and then do the Easter egg hunt, and then do um, do the Easter egg hunts and call it good. This year, I think I'm going to well, number one, I'm going to go to some sort of non-denominational thing because it's online this year because of the pandemic. And I am going to do my homework, and if there's podcast recordings to be done, podcast recordings shall be done. And so I am not, as I said, I'm not quite there yet to tell you exactly what religion I am, but I will tell you that once I do tell you, you guys are going to be shocked. But I will say that I did step away from being born and raised Catholic. Oh yes, shocker to that. And I became a retired Catholic in 2010, believe it or not, because I got stuck in the sticky wicket position of um, having to be emotionally abused by a priest. So I got I have been emotionally abused 3 times. Once by my boss, who was actually religious, who was not supposed to emotionally abuse me, and that was a scary sight in itself because she drank, and that's definitely against her religion. I know that from other personal experiences. And she also took antidepressants. Now, the antidepressant end of it, I'm not sure was it was that is part of their religion or not. I know the non-drinking end of it is part of their religion, and so that's the first time I got emotionally abused. The second time I got emotionally abused was a priest at the Catholic Church, and this is why there's a reason why I stepped away from the Catholic Church. Is because of the sexual abuse in the Catholic Church got so rampant that it's not even funny. But for me, I had a priest. After I told him that my mom passed away, he goes, "How nice." And I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. And so that's the second time I got emotionally abused. And the third time, you guys know, you guys know what happened. And so the episode called, yes, it had nothing to do with the coronavirus. It had to do with it. And so I think when I get emotionally abused, people are out of their minds. So basically, for me to find my religion, it has taken me since 2010 to realize that everything's okay. But yes, I do a religious space, and yes, I do my faith is very strong, and yes, I when I'm ready to talk about it more in detail as to what religion I actually am, I will be open and honest with you guys, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting because a lot of the podcast you'll hear in the next couple weeks, I asked I asked my guests if they were able to bring 5 things with them when they moved house, for the exception of their families. What would they be? And a lot of them have said religious artifacts, i.e., the Bibles. So I mentioned for the first time yesterday because someone said to me, "Well, what would you bring?" And I said, "Some sort of a cross." And even though I'm not wearing a cross, even though I'm not showing off to you guys what my religion actually is, um, I think you guys would be shocked what religion I actually am. And I will get into that in later detail. But I'm certainly not atheist. Let's just put it that way. I'm certainly not atheist. And so I think what ends up happening is that you guys just have to figure out what religion is right for you. And God knows I said religion on a podcast, and I don't care if I say 1,000 subscribers. I don't care. But as long as it's out there, it's out there. So Danielle, do you wanna take it away?
Yeah, du portes chercher le signe à here, but I was a city man died of the technician to the I was with him.
I did not know that. See,
Yeah.
I'm learning stuff about my BFF along the way that I did not know. And so, and I know that a lot of people with disabilities practice religion. Normally it's Christian, but I know a lot of people with disabilities practice religion. I just am the type that will hide it till all day long and until I'm ready. I tell you what, you guys, after I get my journalism degree, I will tell you what religion I am. I will tell you what religion I am. And no, I'm not going to a religious school. Ashford University is not a religious school. Don't start with me on that. I did I did re- I did attend a religious school at one point, and this is right after my mom and I was trying to get a business degree. Unbeknownst to me, I got kicked out of that school. And so I just think religious schools are not for me. Religious schools are not for me. And unfortunately, so many schools are religious nowadays that I like the more creative side, even though I'm getting a degree in journalism. So after I get my degree, I will tell you exactly, I will break it down exactly what religion I am. And so I want you guys, number one, to be safe, be happy, be healthy, and just do what you can to have your faith as strong as you can during this pandemic. I don't think this pandemic will be over at least until August. And mark my words when I say that. Um, People don't realize, and I'll get maybe next week we'll get into more details about how I knew about this pandemic. And this is public knowledge. So I felt a shift in my own body. And basically, I told my stepmom and my aide, who was with me at the time, I said, I don't want to go skiing. Well, both of them, um, both of them, my stepmom and my aide, were big skiers anyway. And so both of them thought it had to do with my dad, me losing my dad. And then um, I just felt a shift in my own body, didn't know what it was. So I made the decision not to go skiing. Well, by the time February 14th hit, Valentine's Day, I knew exactly what I was doing for my spring break. I even knew the dates for my spring break. And yes, my spring break was spent in Orlando, Florida, and at Podfest, as you guys know. And so, for those of you that were down there with me, we had a grand old time. For those of you that missed it, you missed out on grand old time. So by the time the night before I left Orlando, which was the 8th of March, we had our first case of COVID-19 out there. So I knew what I was flying back into. And by the time I landed, we flew Orlando, Chicago, Aspen, and by the time I landed in Chicago, I knew what I was going to do for my own safety. I was going to put myself in self quarantine. And so a lot of people, and they're still not, a lot of people weren't listening and a lot of people weren't paying attention. And so I think that, and as I said, God is not going to bring us through this. Our faith in our own selves is going to bring us through this. And I think that you guys need to follow the social distancing rules. I can't repeat that enough. And I know Danielle would agree with me because Danielle and I are at high risk and we can't do it. We can't do it. And so you guys need to be mindful of the disabled, be mindful of the less fortunate on Easter, and be mindful of those who are religious and like myself, and be ask ask them what they want you to do in the power of your abilities, and just check in on people via phone, and just make sure that everyone's still standing. I mean, I'm checking in with people that I haven't spoken to. Well, the last person I checking in with, I haven't spoken to her in about a good year. And it's like, oh my goodness. And she celebrates the same birthday I do, June 22nd. And so and she happens to be one of my my biological mom's BFFs out in California. And the last time I checked in with her, um, and it was a year ago, and we keep in contact. And she's out in California when stuck duck. And so I haven't spoken to people because of this pandemic. People are becoming closer. So just check in on people tomorrow and just rekindle those relationships that you thought have fallen off the planet. And so I wish you a safe, happy, and healthy Easter, Easter, you guys. And I'm going to let Danielle lead us out. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks to you guys. Bye, you guys.
Bye.